and then what a great job they do. So please do support them. I'm going to start by talking about independent living. Independent living is vital for disabled people. It's fundamental for our quality of life. Disabled people have a right to exercise choice and control over their lives, and as much choice and control as non-disabled people. Independent living is one of the most important consequences of embracing the social model of disability. You may know this already, but for those who don't, the social model of disability says that people are disabled not by their impairment, but by other people's attitudes, the nature of the environment around them, and the way society is organised. If you accept the social model, then you must accept the rights of disabled people in independent living. At the heart of independent living is the idea of direct payments. Direct payments have revolutionised disabled people's lives. In the past, local authorities organised people's support, and people had very little say. Thank you. Do you want to sit back at the college or you okay? At the heart of independent living is the idea of direct payments. Direct payments have revolutionised disabled people's lives. In the past, local authorities organised people's support, and disabled people had very little say in who helped them or when. The introduction of direct payments changed all this. When a disabled person receives a direct payment, what this means is that the local authority gives the funding to the disabled person themselves to organise their own care. If a disabled person chooses to have a direct payment, it's the disabled person who's in control and who decides who helps them and when. They might choose to use the money for an agency to provide the care, but may decide to employ their own personal assistants, PAs themselves. I employed a team of PAs to assist me full time since I was 21 years old. Until I was 18, my parents gave me all the care I received. But when I came to a place at Cambridge University, I moved to that city. This was in the mid-1990s, at a time when the university had little facilities suitable for disabled people with high care needs. I was advised that I ought to live in a hostel for disabled students, run by a charity. It basically like living in a care home. The hostel employed a number of part-time and full-time care workers and volunteers to help us. But I have to say it was dreadful. There was never enough staff to support everyone's needs. There were 3 students in my first year, and all 3 of us needed 2 care workers to get up. But the hostel employed 2 staff during the morning. The hostel was lucky in that I was getting up early, and the other students were getting up late. And so the staff here would stagger our bed, getting up times. But there was a morning when all 3 of us needed to go up at 7 o'clock, early lectures. Pretty impossible for staff without paying themselves. Fortunately, I received the disabled student allowance, so they would supplement the support I received from the hostel with my own PAs. I vowed when I left the hostel never to go to an institution again, and always employ my own PAs. Today I work as a radio producer, and I receive £20 a day on a team of 13 PAs. The next thing I want to talk about is charging for home care. I moved to this borough from Fulham in 2002, and I was delighted when the council decided to abolish home care charging a decade ago. For me, it's morally wrong to charge disabled people for a service that is absolutely vital to our quality of life. Social care is not a luxury, it's a fundamental human right. Without social care, some disabled people have no quality of life whatsoever. If you charge us for our care, you take away resources from us and potentially driving some people into poverty, reducing their independence. you're providing a disincentive to people to better themselves, charging the huge barrier to social mobility. Sometimes you get the feeling that those in power don't understand the reality of living with an impairment. There are politicians who say they want to improve disabled people's lives, but at the same time, they put barriers in place for people to do just that. Charging disabled people for care is effectively a tax on stability. You don't charge people to send their children to school, to use the park, and have rubbish collected. So why charge disabled people for their care? It goes against the whole basis of equality and inclusion. Someone feels that politicians target us because they think we will have less incentives in playing. If a local authority wants to make more money, to create more money, there are better, more inclusive ways of doing this than charging. The cost of public services should be spread across all of the society. I really hope that more local authorities will be inspired to abolish home care charging. Wouldn't it be fantastic if home care charges were abolished throughout England? It would have a major impact on disabled people's quality of life, make us feel more integrated in society, and improving our well-being. It would also end a major social injustice. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, people, for coming today. Today is not only celebrating International Disabled Day. After the Victoria speech, I have to tell you to celebrate 10 years big achievement about the free home care charging only in Hammersmith and Fulham Council. We have to big thanks to the politician MP and our hardworking councillor in Hammersmith and Fulham. Two of them is here with us to listen to us. Councillor Alex and Councillor Sharon. It wasn't be easy, but before 2014, can you imagine how was our life was hard with the home care charging? But with the manifesto, after cancelled election, they promised us to be demolish home care charging, and then now over 10 years we are free of home care charging. I got more control in my direct payment budget. I can manage it fairly to promote the social model of disability to be more independent, and using my budget to be employed my own PA to be more independent. And also my job over 2 years, I'm a co-chair of the direct payment steering group, managing with any improvement or any challenging for the direct payment user. And then we got a 6 weekly meeting with the senior staff in Hammersmith and Fulham Council to discuss how to improve their life for the disabled people, any kind of disabled people. And then we give them more independence and more priority to have an option to have a better life, and then choose whatever to want to use it, and then to be independent with respect and dignity for everybody in Hammersmith and Fulham Council. But this is a big achievement. We have to thanks to everybody in pathway to help us to be part of this is a great achievement in Hammersmith and Fulham. Thank you so much. Hopefully we can continue, and then we can achieve more part of pathway as a disabled person. Really proud to be part of that person. Thank you so much.
It all goes to you.
Okay.
She wanted to take care of you. She loved you.
Yeah, I love her too.
I
can't
know.
believe she's gone. It's too soon.
I know, Bobby.
Tôi tặng your on.
I know. Can't believe she's gone.
So fucking really.
Yeah. Do you remember the sweet she used to have?
Yeah.
We used to say that we liked her even though we didn't.
Yeah.
Oh God, good memories.
And also she was to laugh as well, wasn't she?
Oh yeah.
Was.
Yeah. So, yeah, I need to look for letters for the surgeon
Yeah.
and the assessment as well.
This one,
Yeah.
two there.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yeah. What's this? Another. Oh God. Another letter from the DWP.
Okay, we're going to end part 1 there. Sorry.
To be continued.
To be continued. Sorry, we ran over a bit that time. We had divided it into 3 parts, but we just carried on. So the other parts will be shorter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
See you for part 2.
for your contributions. I have to say, just before we move on to what is now a bit of a break, I'd like to introduce and welcome our Deputy Leader, Councillor Alex Sanderson. Unfortunately, the leader couldn't make it today, but I have to say, the A-team is here. I have to say. Okay, right. We're going to now have a break for a cup of tea and the toilet. We make sure that people always have
and aiming to allow them to have their own voice and be represented. So the chair of Safety Net People First is Faisal here, so I'm going to hand over to Faisal to speak to us now.
Hello everyone!
Hello.
Just checking if everyone's still awake. Good. My name is Faisal. I'm the chair of Safety Net People First, and this is John.
I'm John. I'm the treasurer of Safety Net People First.
Safety Net People First we're a self-advocacy group run by disabled people for disabled people, based in Hammersmith and Fulham. And well, we do quite a lot actually. Self-advocacy is speaking up for yourself, having control over responsibility of your own life, making your own decisions, campaigning for the rights of people with learning disabilities. Our goals, we aim to improve services and access for people with learning disabilities. We campaign on real issues faced by people with a learning disability. We want to be included in important decisions that affect our lives. We raise awareness of the needs of people with learning disabilities in employment, education, training, housing and health. You want to say it just a bit?
What we need you, there is 4 main areas you can get involved with. Campaigning, we speak to us to tell everyone what we do and what we're doing. 2, training and workshop. We attend training workshops to learn more and train others about our rights and needs. Fundraising. Take part and come up with
Fun ideas.
Raise money for SafeNet People First. Number 4, sleep night, club night. Become part of our planning team and great night out.
Contact us by phone, email, or come along to one of our meetings. We meet regularly to share what the group have been working on. For more information, contact us on our number and email. And Alan got all the leaflets, so everyone grab one off her. She should leave with 0 leaflets with her. If I find that she's got even like 10 leaflets still, I will make sure that she gives everyone double. So everyone take a leaflet each.
Or else.
Yeah, exactly. What she said. Good. Thank you very much for listening and
Thank you for actually listening and also trying,
join Safety Net.
Yeah.
We need members right now.
We're not quite like members when COVID-19 started, but now we're trying to get some members so we can have a better night.
Yeah, no excuses. We need members because ever since we had the COVID and everything and all that lockdown, ever since that was finished, it's we still haven't built up our membership list. So we need them coming back. So please join Safety Net, get the leaflet, and enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
Part 2 of Gotcha, the fault line of the broken system. I'll give Faisal a second to get himself ready and his mother. Man from the DWP, are you ready? Yay!
The DWP have written again to Mr. Sinclair. It has come to our attention that there has been severe irregularities on his claim. Due to different and extended legislation, we now have the power to get information from various networks, i.e. other government departments and other banks and other financial services. This is also being aided by a level of income expenditure, just checking, from the government. £70 million has come from government to increase our artificial intelligence. This therefore checks on every person who has a universal credit account. This has been deemed in some countries to have a bias against people who are vulnerable and also people who are disabled. However, our government have decided to continue with this because they state that no investigation shall go further until a human being has made a final decision. In the case of Mr. Sinclair, his account has been frozen until we get into other points from him on his appeal. He will be written to shortly to find out what will be the next stage.
They froze my account.
What now?
Yes. I'm not-
Why?
I don't know. Apparently I'm too rich for being a disabled person. What the hell? Anyway,
Disgraceful it is.
yeah, it is. It's completely disgraceful. I cannot believe it. Freezing my account. How am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to get like groceries at least? Shocking.
It's shocking.
The benefits assessment where Tony Macaroni and Bobby Sinclair go to the DWP office.
Yeah, can you come to sort that out? Thank you.
You know, I can actually come with you if you want.
Thank you. Okay. See, Paul? Yeah, there's some stuff left. You want to go on this side?
Come in, please.
Hello.
Thank you for coming, sir. You are well aware of the reason why you've been invited to this office.
Yes, you need to fill your quota of screwing over disabled people.
I'll ignore that comment. You've been invited here because the letter you received a while back, or at least 5 to 6 weeks ago, asking for you to fill out a form, telling you had to complete that form within a certain period of time. You failed to do so. That is why you've been invited to this office, for no other reason. And remember, sir, when you started getting your universal credit, you signed a contract, and the rules cannot be broken. Remember that.
So I have to report everything that I do, right? Yes?
As long as it only appertains to your universal credit payment, nothing else.
I went to the toilet half an hour ago. Do I need to report that as well?
I think I've answered that previously, sir. I don't think you are taking this attitude. It's not acceptable.
Well,
Take respect from myself. I am a senior investigating officer for the DWP.
and I'm a disabled person that pays taxes even though I shouldn't. Disabled people need to survive as well, and you froze my accounts. How am I supposed to live and get groceries and pay bills and rent and everything?
Because, one, you failed to complete a form. Because you have a number of hours you can work as in a universal credit, unpermitted hours. Unfortunately, in some circumstances that can be increased. Was the reason why we needed that form. Remembering the situation is, any adjustment or change in circumstances, you have to advise us. And remembering also, it is my duty to make sure the hard-pressed taxpayers' payments of tax is being paid out to people who deserve it.
Let's make the future inclusive and let there's 8 people either way.
Yes, and rules are meant to be broken, okay? Anyway, there's the information. Do with that what you will, and don't bother me for the next 5-6 weeks.
Before you go, sir, rules may be broken outside, but not with the DWP. And one of my colleagues will write to you once we have looked over the information. Thank you for coming.
You're not welcome. All right?
Have we still not heard from the surgeon?
No, we haven't.
Oh, my back's getting so much worse. I really need that operation.
I know, I've been checking the letters for weeks and there's nothing.
Oh, Bobby, what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Did I speak to Mr. Sinclair?
Yes, who's speaking?
This is your consultant from Germany.
Oh, Dr. Heimlich, hi.
I have some good news.
Yes?
There has been a cancellation, and therefore your mother will be able to be taken for an operation. However, this must be done within the next 2 weeks. I should stress, only within that window. And if she cannot for any reason make it, she goes back onto the waiting list at the end.
Okay, so 2 weeks from now, yes?
Yes.
Thank you for telling us. That's fantastic news. And
Just give the details to my secretary when you booked up flights, etc., etc., and we will arrange for you to be picked up from the airport.
okay, we'll let you know as soon as possible, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, Bobby, that sounded like good news.
Yeah, there's been a cancellation, so in the next 2 weeks from now, we can go to Germany and get your operation sorted.
Oh, thank heavens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a relief, Bobby. That's such a relief.
Yeah.
But you know, there's another big brown envelope for you there.
Oh boy, fantastic, another DWP letter.
What a surprise.
The DWP have invited Mr. Sinclair to a tribunal to decide on his irregularities on his universal credit payment. As we receive information from his lawyer, who states that our things we have received are not correct, we will therefore have to make sure that a particular gentleman does come here. Failure to do so may result in arrest.
What is it now?
They're taking me to court.
They're taking you to court. When?
In the next week, in the next few weeks. I can't believe it. Oh God, I better call Dr. Heimlich to tell him, because we might have to, because if I need to go to court, I won't be able to go to Germany.
So you can't travel?
No,
Oh, Bobby.
I need to call him. Hello? Hello? Is that Dr. Heimlich?
Yes,
Hello, how are you?
not too bad.
Yeah.
Have you managed to sort out everything?
There's been a development. The DWP, the benefits people in England, they are taking me to court.
Yes.
So they said I'm not allowed to travel. So is there any way of reserving those 2 weeks for my mum's operation?
Yeah, before that, yes, I've had some dealings previously with this DWP department when I was living in Scotland. These people don't have a heart. The only time they would get a heart Has he had a transplant? Yes. Unfortunately, as I stated previously, that window is only 2 weeks, and she has to come here. Unfortunately, it is a rather stupid decision by the DWP. As I stated previously in conversations and in letter form, your mother's condition is deteriorating rapidly.
I know.
She may be bedridden. Who's going to pay for that?
Me?
Short-sighted
Yes.
approach.
Yes, I understand. So there's no way of reserving that?
No. However, leave it with me. I'll see what is possible.
Thank you. And I'll try and sort this out as soon as possible and get back to you, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you. Auf
Thank
Wiedersehen.
you. Bye.
Oh, Bobby.
He said that he can't reserve those 2 weeks of the cancellation because it was a cancellation. So I guess you'll be on the waiting list and God knows how long that's going to be.
Oh, we need a miracle.
Come on, God, I need a miracle right now.
End of part 2. Thank you.
Hello everybody. My name is Daniel Fasoon and I'm part of the Youth Inclusion Charter. And what the Youth Inclusion Charter is, it's a charter that myself and Mariah and G3 and my other young people have made that we've made in regards of what we want as people with disability and inclusion for rights for disability. And also, we've made this youth in charter so the wants and needs of people with disability rights are respected. And my young friends, Mariah, G3, they couldn't make it today because they were at school, so they couldn't make it. So
Daniel, I just want to ask you some questions about the Youth Inclusion Charter. Is that okay?
okay.
So can you tell everyone what your role is now with the Youth Board?
My role is to mentor other young people about the Youth Inclusion Charter and talk about their rights as people with conditions of disability.
And how have you found that process and supporting those young people?
I found this process very rewarding and very great, as it's given me the chance to be a good leader to other people with disability and to talk about the rights with people with disability.
And can you tell everyone what the Youth Board and those that were involved in the Youth Inclusion Charter, what they've been focusing on for the past year since it was signed at the last International Day of Disabled People?
Okay, good question. What has happened since the Youth Inclusion Charter has been signed for last year? We've been a part of the steering group for the design of the new youth hub and website and the local officer. 3 of us ran the youth council and youth mayor, consulted with the West Zone around the plans for accessibility, presented the Youth Inclusion Charter during a Berlin exchange program to Berlin youth workers. This allowed very important conversations around co-production and accessibility to take place.
And how did you find that, Daniel?
I find that like very rewarding to be a good leader and to talk about the wants and needs of people with rights and disability and how we can make positive change in our community.
And what are the Youth Board's future plans?
Well, our future plans so far is to invest in the new cohort of the Youth Board and delivering DET training and invite members of the Youth Council, including consultation with Kevin Caulfield to discuss co-production, getting more partners to sign our inclusion charter, so to make sure that the wants and needs of the people of the disability rights, they have been like properly read through and they're being signed by people who are highly important.
Thank you, Daniel.
That's what we do.
Stay with me, Daniel, if you can. Next up, we're just going to take another short break. But I want to take the moment to say these young people are our future, seriously. And we have to work with young people, we have to raise them to leadership positions. You know, 40 years ago, I may have called myself young. But at the time, it was very hard for me to find disabled role models to look up to. But that is not the case now. And we have more disabled people in positions of leadership who can provide that role model. Now, many of our young disabled people are in mainstream schools and they are harder to find, perhaps, or to contact. And so, I want to ask Daniel, while you're here, do you feel that we're giving you enough support as older disabled people to lead you, or what do you need from us?
Well, to be honest with you, you guys do an amazing job, and as a young person myself, who's been a part of that journey in regards of like employment and other extracurricular activities with the Our Place project as well, I just want to say that thank you AoD and the Our Place project for the amazing support and guidance you guys have given me. I feel it's been an incredible journey. I'm proud of being a disabled person because I'm part of the service. And I just want to reiterate that you guys made a very positive impact in my life. I never thought I was going to be this successful in my life, because considering the challenges and the obstacles that I had to face young, which was not great. But when I soon joined AoD and all the values that they have taught me over the last years, you've impacted me in the most positive way. And I just want to say, and I'm not trying to be like mushy or whatever, I'm not saying anything, but I love you guys very much, and I don't deserve the support.
So, you now are responsible to be impacting other young people in the same way Daniel is saying he's benefited from, because they are our future, and that's what we need. So what do I hear from you all in response? Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you for that, David. Helpful introduction, because I know people have seen me and they've seen Donna in different capacities here today, but it's just so you're clear, I am a councillor in the Fulham area. I'm also chair of Action on Disability, and I've got a few other things that I do, I'm sure. But the point is, we can be leaders anywhere. It's not just in Action on Disability. And what I should have said, thirdly, was I'm also chair of the co-production, joint chair of the co-production council. Donna, come stand here. You don't need to walk there. There you go. That really does help. Okay. As today is about the International Day of Disabled People, we just thought we'd give a bit of a rendition of what we do in co-production, because people often hear that term being used on a regular basis, but don't necessarily know what it is that we've done or do in terms of co-production. So hopefully, Donna and I in the next few minutes will just be able to give you a bit of an outline of what we're doing. And I'm just going to say that we've had a very, very busy year so far this year. We've delivered workshops, this is co-production that is, we've delivered workshops and presentations on co-production. to Inclusion London, Disabled People's Organisation Housing Network in January. We've also presented to Building People Power event in Manchester on the 19th of September. Also to Disability Action Haringey workshops event in October 23rd, and also the London Funders Annual Conference in November. That's just a few things that we've done so far. We've also had a co-production stall at the Hammersmith and Fulham Community Day event on July the 20th to raise awareness of the co-production work locally. There have been 3 co-production matters HNF meetings with deep dive sessions from all 6 co-production groups, and an away day last week so we can plan our work for the year ahead. So for anyone in the room that's done co-production training so far, we're hoping that you will also then get involved in the groups and actively drive forward our co-production agenda. In July, Co-Production Matters HNF hosted an annual event for National Co-Production Week, which also gives us a chance to celebrate our co-production achievements over the last 12 months. Everyone did a brilliant job, I might add, so thank you to all of our co-production HNF groups. Talking about the work that they were doing in each of the groups. We also had a really interactive session on sharing power through co-production. Co-production is a good way to model a commitment to sharing power within and between co-production groups, as well as with council officers and with communities. So now I'm handing over to my co-chair, Donna Fenner.
Thank you, Sharon. Good afternoon, everyone. Lovely to see you all. I really love it when we get together in person and connect and to build the trust, have a little something to eat and talk about the things that we really value. My name is Donna Fenner and I'm joint chair of Co-Production Matters HNF alongside Councillor Holder. Work alongside Tara and Rana that do amazing jobs. We also have quite a number of representations, people from our groups, the Co-Production Matters. I'm also a trustee for Action on Disability. I got involved last year. I did the disability and equality training. And I basically got involved because I was on my last nerve. Like many of us, I've been fighting a losing battle with services for a number of years. I grew up watching my mum struggle with my sister who has cerebral palsy and to try and get support and services for my sister. Throughout my life, as a young teenager adult, I grew up myself struggling with many invisible disabilities. So I am a disabled resident that's lived in Hammersmith and Fulham my whole life. Went to school there, college, worked there. So today, Co-Production Matters, we have quite a few members here today, and we are really delighted to be co-hosting alongside Action on Disability and Safety Net People First. To celebrate Action on Disability, where are we? To the celebration event for the International Day of Disabled People. But can I just say, where has this year gone? Because last year we did it in a hotel and there was quite a lot of you, and this year has just gone super quick. We've got so much done, it's just flown by. If anyone knows where this year has gone, let me know. If he's down there somewhere or around there. There you go, Faisal took it. So anyway, it's a perfect example of how leadership should be. Pardon? So it's a perfect example of how our leadership as disabled people, people are making a big difference here in this lovely borough of Hammersmith and Fulham. we want to encourage more disabled people to get involved in co-production. Co-Production Matters H&F have drafted an information pack for residents co-producers with useful resources and guides to support the work that is happening. The pack will be really useful to anyone who is interested in getting involved who hasn't taken the plunge yet, so don't be nervous, so come up and see us. We are sure that there are several of you here today that have been on an AoD, disability, equity or equality, are we going with equity or equality? Equity and co-production training sessions this year. We are delighted that we now have 100 disabled people in Hammersmith and Fulham who have trained to be co-producers. Now what an achievement.
Apart from that, I don't want you to underestimate what we're doing in Hammersmith and Fulham. Co-production is something that everybody out there wants to know about, and they certainly want to know about how we're doing it, I can assure you. And this year, the work we have been doing in Hammersmith and Fulham has also been recognised in Europe. Okay, particularly work on co-production and independent living. The European Network on Independent Living proposals for excellence in social services highlights Hammersmith and Fulham as a good practice example. We have also been recognised nationally for our commitment to not charging disabled and older people for the essential care they need to live in the community with choice and control. Well done. The Disability Law Service report focuses on negative impacts of home care charging. So highlights the London Borough House in Fulham and the fact it is 10 years ago, today in fact, that the leader of the council, Steve Cowan, announced an end to care charging. That decision came into force in April 2015, and what an amazing achievement that wouldn't have happened without an early commitment to working in partnership with local disabled people. And I can say again, co-production in Hammersmith and Fulham, AoD and other disabled people's organisations have worked to achieve this collectively. Donna.
So last, but certainly not least, we have a new co-production group set up this year, the Independent Living Delivery Group. A bit different than the other groups because it's the first group to be hosted in the community at Action on Disability. Now their job is to, it's nice to see you all excited, that's really good. Their job is to turn the council's vision for independent living into an action plan. The group is co-chaired by Catherine Wilmette, did I pronounce that right? Sorry if I didn't. Director of Adult Social Care, and disabled resident Jodie Clark. Lillian Battleton, who's sitting over there on the right, over there.
Give us away, Jodie. Give us away. Thank you, Lillian.
Lillian is the group rep on the Co-Production Matters H&F. So, looking ahead to 2025, Sharon and I, who make decisions together, as co-chairs, we continue working with Co-Production Matters H&F members and the council's co-production team to focus on actions we can take to build on the progress that we've made so far to turn the commitment to co-production with disabled residents into action for and with all residents. Without disabled people's leadership, none of this could ever happen. That's it. So well done for all of us.
Well, we did say we'd done a lot, and it's been a very busy year. I don't think we could have ended this year without seeing you in your glory. And again, let me just say on behalf of Donna and I, thank you to all of our co-production matters AGM, all the members who have driven this agenda forward for disabled people in Hampstead and Fulham, and hopefully what we're doing here today will be the future for lots of other local authorities. Thank you.
Thank you both, Donna and Sharon, and actually listen carefully to what it is they're saying. Co-production matters, the Independent Living Delivery Group and all these other opportunities in Hammersmith and Fulham. Hammersmith and Fulham is the only local authority to do this. The only one, right? Can you hear that? Other local authorities simply do not do what we are doing. And this is, we are at the forefront, the leaders of this, and that takes hard work. It takes real unity and real drive from everyone involved to achieve more, and they have done such a fantastic job. So please, let's give them a round of applause. Team is also led by Tara and Rana, who work as council officers as a part of that. And perhaps they could stand so people can see. Just give us a wave. Give us a wave. It's really important. We must support them. We must support them in their work. Be that in our role as a critical friend. We work together, and so yes, we hear that. Yes, we support them. Yes. Oh, perhaps not. Yes. Yes. Okay, now we're going to move on to our final instalment of our nightly production. So now we get to find out how the story ends. Over to you guys.
Does anyone want to find that out actually?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, yes, we do.
Okay. All rise for the judge. And be seated.
Thank you for attending, Mr. Sinclair.
Bobby Sinclair representing himself because the lawyer's sick.
Yes, I did hear. It's a very unfortunate situation. Yes. You couldn't think expect it to be at an inopportune time like this, especially as she decided that our information was incorrect.
Of course it wasn't correct. You're screwing up people's lives.
I'm not doing that. We received information from financial services organisations and other government departments. Are you stating they gave us wrong information?
Yes.
Well, anyway, your lawyer had stated that she has now received information to state that we, as an organisation, had received details which were incorrect, and she would furnish them to us. Have we by chance, as she wasn't here today, got that information?
Judge just went through it. I think he's about to say his verdict.
Bobby Sinclair is not guilty.
CWP. Cody Macaroni, we won. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Mum, we won.
Yes, Bobby. I'm so glad you were found not guilty.
Yes.
It's so good to know, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, but we're still penniless and we still haven't been to Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobby,
Yes.
There's another letter.
Oh. What do the DWP want now?
The DWP have written to Mr. Sinclair. Due to the result of the resolution tribunal, which was found on his favour, his payments for universal credit will commence at his next payment date.
Yay!
He will also receive back payment in due course. And even more, he will receive interest also.
Oh, Bobby, what did they say? It can't be more bad news.
Actually, it's good news. They unfroze my account. I'm getting back paid for all the weeks and months that they've been bothering me with interest. I'll be rolling in it, man. Seriously.
That's so good to hear. Shall I get the chocolate hobnobs to celebrate?
Chalky hobnobs
Chocolate hobnobs
for everyone.
I'll get some cups of tea as well.
Yes, please.
Bobby,
Aunt Edith.
I've
Oh my God.
returned. I'm the aunt who died, and I've returned as an angel.
How is it up there?
I have some special messages for you. You are not just statistics. You are people with rights.
Yes.
I've returned from a better place where things are perfect, and you are all made perfect.
Yes.
You are all perfect in an image of perfection.
Thank you.
And as I said, you are not just statistics.
We are
So-
not statistics.
And for you, DWP, I have something special.
I'm free! Yo! No rules to deal with! I can be a human being at last. Yes, I can sing and with dance when I'm closed. However, I can now find a proper job and look after people. Because I am free. Free as a bird, free as a bird.
Okay, so I guess the window didn't smash when you were singing.
And now I must go. I must go and return, Bobby. But it was so good to see you again.
It was so lovely to see you too.
We will meet again.
Hopefully
We
not-
will meet again.
hopefully
We will
not
meet
too soon.
again. We will meet again.
Wow, that was interesting.
Oh, Bobby,
Yes, Mom.
what did I miss?
Well, while you were making tea, Aunt Edith turned up.
What? My sister?
Yeah.
Back again?
Yeah,
Oh.
as an angel, and she said, "We are not statistics."
We're not, are we? Oh,
No.
Bobby,
I'm so happy.
we got our miracle.
Yes, we got a miracle.
Hello? Hello?
Who's that?
Could I speak to Mr. Sinclair?
Oh, Dr. Heimlich, hello. How are
Mr.
you?
Bobby, can I call you Bobby?
Yeah.
because on this day, do you believe in miracles?
I'm starting to, yes.
Well, just listen. After hearing about that disgraceful performance of these DWP people,
Yes.
my secretary was so taken aback. She started a crowdfunding page.
Nice.
We have raised enough money to pay for your mother's operation.
Really?
Even better, for her flights
Nice.
and accommodation.
No way.
It gets even better. So many people who had operations but were not actually serious have phoned us up and contacted us to see if they can be put back and your mother be put in their place.
Nice.
So basically, all I need you to check, make sure that your passport is in date and tell us when you are coming.
Okay.
We will arrange for a taxi to pick you up.
Thank
And
you.
remembering, there is no time limit on this.
Nice.
So, get packing. See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Wow.
What did Dr. Heinrich say?
He said that we can go any time because and we don't have to pay for anything because they did a crowdfunding and they got enough for the operation, the flight and the accommodation.
So we're going to Germany.
Yes, we're going to
Did
Germany.
you hear that, Tony Macaroni? We're going to Germany.
Yes, it sounds fantastic, isn't it?
It's so brilliant. We better get packing. Let's
The
pack all these
question, there's
letters.
only just two questions. One is your passport in date,
Yes,
and two, when do you want to go?
as soon as possible. Let's get packing.
Let's pack!
Oh, just get rid of all these letters. Come on. Get rid of
Okay, we're on to our last part of the day, entitled Disabled Leaders Together. And before I go any further here, I've actually just received some very sad news that I would like to share with you. We've just heard whilst they were performing here. So I'm going to put a photo up of a lady you might recognise. This is Baroness Rosalie Wilkins. She was a former chair of AoD, and her partner Maria Brenton was also a former director of HAFAD before it became AoD. We've sadly been informed that Rosie died last Sunday. I've known Rosalie for 40 plus years. Stood next to her there is a lord, a good friend of mine also, who is deaf. So yes, I just wanted to share the news with you that she has died. I might ask that we all stand if we can, just to honour her for 2 minutes.
then phone later. Virginie Wilkins. I have known Virginie Wilkins for many, many years. I first met her when I was a young woman in my mid-20s, and when she was a television producer. And we had some story about she and I might get involved in some program together, but it never quite happened. Then I met Virginie many years later, when we both came to Hamilton and Fulham. She was an absolute stalwart at Action on Disability, and when she was a trustee for many, many years, she was the chair of Action on Disability and vice chair. And she also served as a peer in the House of Lords under the name of Baroness Wilkins. And she campaigned for the disabled right in Parliament. So that's a real tribute that she kept disability rights on the agenda. When Rosalie retired from AoD many years ago, but if she was a trustee today, she would have been very proud to be involved in co-production, because that's something she really believed in, working with people, working with disabled residents, and she would have supported everything that Action on Disability stands for. Thank you.
Yes, Jane is right. We really should celebrate Rosalie Wilkinson, and today is really apt for her as a fantastic example of a disabled leadership. And I know she would be proud to see the work that we're all continuing to doing. So we send our condolences to Maria, Brenton, her partner, and her family at this time. Okay. At this point then we'll move on to talk about disabled leaders together. It doesn't matter how big or small a person's work is, they're still a disabled leader. But if anyone here would identify themselves as a disabled leader in a small or a bigger capacity, you know, please come to the front. Faisal, I might start with you, wherever Faisal's gone. Perhaps he's... Hello. Hello, he's at the back. Come, Faisal, we'll start with you. Faisal is a fantastic example of disabled leadership, championing the rights of those with learning difficulties and disabilities. Anybody else here who thinks, you know what, yes, I am a disabled leader, we would love to have you up here on this platform. So come, please, come. There should be many of us. Josie, please on your feet, anyone here who would count themselves as a disabled leader, we'd love to see you on the stage here. So please come and join us. Please come, please come. Sharon Holder's on her way as a councillor, of course. We would count her as a disabled leader. By all means, stay in front of the stage if that is more comfortable. Any more? Who counts yourself as a disabled leader in any capacity? Feel free to stay on the ground if the platform doesn't work. Oh, of course I want you to come up, Jane. Of course I do. Jane has been a leader for many, many years in many capacities and is still going strong. Any more? Is there any more? So these are our leaders for now. These are those who are leading now. But perhaps you feel yourself, you're not a leader yet, but you would like to be tomorrow. And so if that's you, I'd like you to come and join us also. If you count yourself as a disabled leader of the future, please come and join us. Rana, I'm hoping I might see you up here, Tara. Go on, Tara, go on.
Why not everybody up? Why not?
Good idea.
Okay, everybody.
It might be happening on here.
No.
I'm not going if you're.
No, you go.
I'll take a picture of you. Everybody will end up on the stage.
Okay.
Because those of you sat remaining, why would it not include you? Why would you not see yourself as leaders?
Come on, everyone up.
Come and join us.
Everyone up. Great.
Greg, you're one of our co-chairs of Free Foundation Disability. You're one of our trustees. Of course, you get this disabled leader. And you have to remember, we're not talking about disabled leadership only in a capacity of political leaders or organisational leaders. That's not what we're talking about. Of course that counts, but everything small counts. And we believe in a future for Hammersmith and Fulham that is more inclusive. And that comes from you as disabled leaders, yes? Yes! Okay, let's take a picture today to mark our disabled leaders for now and for the future.
Let's get back to the front, please.
Let's make sure our photographer can see everybody.
I'm here.
Can you move out of the way? Because the photographer wants to take a picture.
So the photographer is at the back, so if you're in between the photographer and everyone. Right, hands in the air everybody, we're celebrating ourselves here. Let's take a picture. Fantastic, we've got it. Thank you all, thank you all.
Having spent the day with us, excellent. Having spent the day with us, it's on International Day for Disabled. Listen, this wasn't just about seeing the leaders as they are now. As David has pointed out all day, we want to see the leaders in the future. And we're the ones that will make the difference. And we're the ones that hopefully will give everybody else the support. Okay? Right, so I'm going to ask you all to make sure that whatever you do, don't leave tonight without making sure you've been round and you've seen our officers and Inclusion London and some of the boards that are around, and sign up or support whatever you can and want to, okay? And we look forward to seeing you all again next year.
Thank you.